Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for joining me. Today, I'm going to be bringing you everything you need to know about ISS Vanguard, the brand new game from Awaken Realms, in 10 minutes or less. Now, I know there are close to 30,000 people currently waiting for this Kickstarter to go live. This is the night before, and I am up late, around 5 a.m., perfecting and finishing up this video. And so, for those of you that are stopping by Quackalope for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button down below for two very important reasons. One, because you appreciate the work that we're doing and hopefully you benefit from this video and you want to see more like it. And two, because we produce board game content every single week, covering brand new games that are coming out to old historic games that we just enjoy playing, with a mix of previews, gameplay, how to play, full reviews, a whole plethora of content. We'd love to have you join, and we don't want you to miss anything that we're currently working on. So, once again, hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and dive in to this preview. ISS Vanguard is a 1-to-4 player cooperative campaign game. You and your crew will venture into the unknown recesses of space, explore lost civilizations, uncover life alien to Earth, and answer the greatest question of them all: who are they? And why did they leave a message in our DNA? The campaign will stretch from planets and meteor clusters to forgotten red giants. You will study and upgrade your ship, crew, and technology, utilizing the resources you find along your path. All the while, you must manage the shifting stress of space. Tight quarters, uncomfortable choices, hunger, fear, pain, and mistakes, both within and outside of your control, will plague your mission. This is not a journey for the faint of heart, and many will not make it to the end. The game is composed of two main phases: the planetary exploration phase, where you will press forward through the pages of the Planetopedia, a living document composed of branching narrative choices and accessible resource management and pressure luck mechanics. After the exploration phase, you will return to your ship, where you will document your findings, then upgrade, equip, mourn, and balance the shifting relationships within your vessel. Here in the ship phase, you will make the choices that will prepare you for what awaits next, even if what's next is still unknown. The planetary exploration phase will always begin with a lander sequence. You will embark upon a vessel that you have prepared for this mission. Your team will be composed of a single member from each of the 4 factions on the ship. The engineering section, builders and constructors who will do the undoable and bend space to their will. The science section, whose inquisitive minds are always searching for questions. The recon section, pioneers whose lust for exploration led them beyond the horizon. And finally, the security section, whose stalwart shields are always the first in line and the last to leave your side. The landing is not always easy, but assuming you make it to breathe in this new dust, what awaits you on each planet is a twisting storyline of narrative choices and cascading decisions. On your turn, you will spend dice as activations and resources to move around the system, diving into regions by accomplishing tasks, pressing your luck to reap greater rewards, and facing the threat of the environment and the unknown. Each planet will have its own objectives, challenges, and unique discoveries for you to find. The locations on the map contain a series of potential narrative triggers, each one digging down from card to card as you succeed or fail to explore them farther. Once you've run out of time, or you are satisfied with your discoveries, you will return to your ship. The ship phase is not just the management portion of the game. Here you will make crucial choices about how your crew will function, what you will research, and where your journey will take you next. While more strategically driven, the narrative adventure spills through the pages and works its way into the systems and choices even here. The ship phase will be composed of a sequence of steps, each one happening and resolving before the next. On arrival, your crew will be presented with promotions, reflecting their valor on a successful mission. They will also be faced with any awaiting situations, from a starving crew to an outbreak on board. These events will strain your already dwindling resources and present you with thematic consequences as you decide what to address, prevent, and ignore. From there, the team will collect together for a debriefing, dividing responsibilities and taking stock of the ship's status. Once everyone has their orders, you will carefully unload the discoveries you brought home with you, unlocking permanent upgrades, limited boons, and potential future research projects. The mission archives will provide you with a record of the planets you have visited, the events that took place there, and what might await you on your return journey to an already explored system. Each location in the Planetopedia will warrant multiple missions before you retire them. While you and the returning crew members have taken stock of the ship and unloaded your discoveries, those of you who were injured on your journey arrived in the medbay dock. The medbay houses those brave adventurers who pressed too far, giving them the time they need to recover. For those that did not make it, you'll take a moment to recognize their sacrifice. Even in death, their memory will guide the ship forward. Every member on the ISS Vanguard knows they may not see the end to our journey, but being a part of it and progressing our knowledge is some cold comfort nonetheless. The bridge is where the tactical choices will be made, the first officer determining where to guide the ISS and what risks to take before leaving our current galaxy. A steady hand will direct us to our next step in our story, but a misguided risk may leave us adrift in space. Once you've chosen your destination, you'll begin the landing sequence. A meeting will be called in the Situation Room and stock taken once more of the ship's morale. Those situations you dealt with when you returned from the planet might just be preventable if addressed here. The struggle to improve your team and the ship never stops. The research laboratory will use what knowledge you have gained to invest in current projects. Some will make great breakthroughs, while others may require more cycles to be completed. Alongside the research laboratory, the manufacturing complex is working diligently on the blueprints you have gathered or drafted on your journeys, crafting new landers, upgrading storage capacities, and equipping your team with the essential life-sustaining tech for each new atmosphere you engage. The landers will be waiting for you in the hangar. Choose the one that best fits your current mission and ready it with the supplies, gear, and abilities available. Over time, you'll craft new landers, perfecting them for the tasks ahead. And lastly, your crew gathers around. New recruits are drafted to sections from the apprentices on the ship, and roles are assigned. Who will stay on board the ISS, working key systems to ensure a successful mission? Who will leave on the lander, risking their lives for the sake of the unknown? ISS Vanguard is a unique exploration into the sci-fi and adventure genre. It is a narrative-driven game with accessible mechanics and in-game choices. From the galaxies back to your ship, your choices you make along the way will test your moral compass, challenge your understanding of the unknown, and lay before you a game worth exploring. If you love the narrative work and world-building Awaken Realms has produced in the past, this may be the best one yet. However, the mechanics are simple and give way to the story more often than not. If you don't enjoy the theme, are looking for a game that is more of a strategic puzzle than a narrative adventure, or you haven't enjoyed or played campaign games in the past, this one still might not be right for you. Now, it's important to note this review was written and produced through my experience with this prototype copy. Over the next months of development, community feedback, and iterations of this game, the copy that you get will likely be varied to some degree from the one that I have sitting in front of me now. Along with that, if you're hungry for a narrative adventure and just can't wait for ISS to hit your doorstep, check out some of the other narrative games that Awaken Realms is so well known for. This War of Mine, Tainted Grail, and Etherfields. And whatever you do, remember to do the important thing, get out and play some games. I'll see you next time. Thank you.